Danielle, what a week here at Four Seasons in Orlando. How do you feel now that you've got all 4 rounds under your belt?
I don't really, I don't know. I'm a little bit, I don't know. I'm just still stuck on my putt. It just, I didn't know it was that slow. I can't really think that far right now. Sorry, you just brought me straight from there.
Right. No, thank you. So, up until that last putt, I mean, you had such a great 4 days. Are you really satisfied with your game these past 4 days?
Yes and no. Someone asked me the other day, by not practicing, do you think that you're playing better? And then I said yes and no, but when it comes down to pressure moments and when you have to execute it and bank on the fact that you've worked on it, I couldn't bank on that today. And that's where I'm a little bit disappointed in myself with. And there were shots that I should have been able to execute, but under pressure, if you didn't put the time in, it just isn't going to execute. So,
just 2 more questions from me. What would you say is the high today and the low today?
I really didn't have a high today. I hit one good shot that I really liked was on 12. I mean, that was my first solid shot, and that last actually playoff hole shot was awesome. So, that, like I said, last 3 days were, more comfortable and it was easier. But today, when it comes down to it, when I had to execute, it just I didn't have the time behind me in it.
Last question for me before I turn it over. You moved and then you came quickly here. What are you most looking forward to doing the next 4 weeks and maybe spending some time in your new home?
Next 4 weeks, just like I said, it's off season for me. So I'm going to work on my game before the season, the Florida season starts.
Amy?
Just to follow up on what you said a minute ago, you said today just felt different when it came time to executing. What was it today that felt different, you think?
Just not having the time behind it, just knowing that you can do it. You've put the work in. That's how I execute my shots. And yeah, if it's no pressure and everything's fine, it's easier to execute. But one of the things that I'm really proud of, the things that I work on, are when it's crunch time, I could rely on the things that I have worked on. And today I couldn't really do that, and that's where I was kind of disappointed in all around. But I tried my best. I made some good putts today. She made a really good putt on the last hole. So,
Danielle, the two putts you made on 17 and 18 to get into the playoff, what was the length of those? And they, it looked like you hit good putts on both counts. You kind of walked them both in.
Sorry, say that one more time.
17 and 18, what were the length of both those putts? And do you feel like you hit good putts because you were walking them in as though you knew you'd made them?
Yeah, putting's the only thing I really put time into. So I knew what I needed to do to make those putts, and I banked on that, and I did it. So I was pretty. If the ball comes off the face the way I want to, I know it's in. That's just kind of, if it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in. But result is result. But that's kind of what I wanted to do. But the length of it, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 feet, I would think.
Okay.
4, 5, 6. I'm not sure. I hit it just got slower throughout the day. Started getting slower and slower, and I didn't know, I couldn't gauge the putts as well.
Okay.
Danielle, what did you hit off the tee on 18?
5 iron.
5 iron?
Yeah.
It looked like you took a call going into the playoff. Who did you talk? You were on the phone, it looked like, after you finished regulation play. Did you get any words of encouragement?
Yeah, I just called my family. I called my mom, my brother, and Butch. Just 3 people I called, letting them know I'm going to playoff, and they already know. But I talked to Butch, and 2 seconds talking to Butch, I hit the best shot of today, which was great. Yeah, I needed that. Told him I wasn't feeling comfortable with the swing, and he just said, you know what you need to do, and he gave me a swing thought, and that's all I did. So
thank you.
Danielle, I know that this is a different kind of tournament, obviously, with the celebrity aspect, and the 9th green, though, being so adjacent to 16, just how distracting was all that? It was obvious it was making things difficult for you there.
What was really frustrating was I just wanted to go, and I know that I'm not going as quickly as normal, but when I want to go, I kind of want to go, but everyone just kept on doing the cart. It just keeps accelerating, and it happened twice this week where I took my putter back, and when they accelerate, I flinched, and I don't want to do that like right now. And I was getting a little frustrated in that sense, but it is what it is, you know. But we were waiting the next hole, so I just kind of backed off and just waited.
That's not something you'd normally be dealing with, though, at a regular event, I wouldn't think.
I mean, there's always distractions, but the gas cart was on that hole. It was really irritating. He kept accelerating right as I was wanted to go, so I just stopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you just didn't feel like it was something you could rely on today. Did you have that feeling all day, or was it something that kind of set in as the day went along?
No, I had the feeling all day. Only thing I didn't was the playoff hole. I played that shot really well. She's made a great birdie. That's a tough pin, and can't really ask more than to hit it to however far I hit it to, you know? But we haven't played this late in the day. I just didn't realize how slow it was getting, and I couldn't get myself to hit the putt harder than I did on that one with the downhill, down grain, and it is what it is.
What's the end takeaway from you from this week? I mean, will it be the disappointment of not winning, or the fact you got a lot out when you weren't really able to prepare the way you normally would?
I'm not disappointed in that I didn't win. It's not about winning and losing for me. It's about being able to execute when I want to. And having a feeling when I feel like I can't do something is something I don't like. So, but I already knew coming into the event that I wasn't really prepared. And so I played great. I had a lot of fun. Got quite a bit of friends that are playing in it. And, you know, they came out and watched, and I love that. And so I take a lot of positives from this week as well. But it's something to build on and something to work on and get back at it.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right. My final, just thank you so much, Danielle,
No problem.
and see you in 4 weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.